Build a Sister Up. We come on every Tuesdays and Thursdays. Sometimes different times, sometimes 7, whatever. We'll pop our heads in there and let you know. But make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is Bassip TV. Make sure you subscribe to us. And guess what? We just stick our heads in, stick our heads out, and we just go ahead and we talk about a quick 10-minute talk, because you know what? It's all about consistency. You got to stay consistent, like my hair has to be done. But anyway, we're not going to talk about that. So we're going to turn it over to the lovely ladies.
Yes, Carly, think your hair is fine for one.
I don't like it, but thank you.
All right.
Oh, shoot. We just get our topic.
So the topic,
I think the topic is,
have you ever used YouTube to help you fix items around the house? And I can go first. Yeah, I actually wanted to fix my battery in my car. This is around the house because my car is in the garage. I wanted to fix my battery in my car, and I believed that I could do it. But members of my family was like, don't do it. So they weren't encouraging me. And I was like, was kind of skeptical of doing it myself, but I could have did it because I went to YouTube University and I mastered in it. So I could have did it myself, but I did not do it. But it was so easy, step by step, unplug this little thingy, put this little thingy in there, and I would have been able to do it. I would have been fine.
this is your car battery?
Yes. So I learned how to fix a lot of things from YouTube, around my house.
But what were those little thingies that they said?
The cords.
Okay.
I just
but
know
it's
the
a lot
colors.
of different cords in there.
Yeah, I know which cord I could have used because YouTube showed me.
Okay.
So I would have been able to do it. And
just follow
also,
the colors.
Exactly. Follow the colors and the instructions. And I would have did it. And I was so confident in trying it, but I didn't. But it's other things that I have tried that are just as major like that, like fixing the electricity. I've done that before, fixing an electrical socket or something like that. I've done that. So yeah, it's I definitely use YouTube. It's a nice tool and it's free.
It is free, I agree. And I was one of the family members who encouraged her not to do it, discouraged her from doing it, and just to take it in and get it done. I think the only thing I've actually used YouTube to fix within my possession was my cell phone, the battery in it, and it didn't go well. It was like a Samsung something, I don't know, Galaxy, and it didn't go well, and I broke it, and I just got a new phone.
Wow, that's interesting. Now you broke it because the instructions on YouTube are like right there.
They are. I actually broke the it wasn't this one. This is like the newest Samsung. So I broke the glass.
She said, not this one, this is the newest one.
So I broke the glass, the interface.
How? Can you tell us how you did that?
I had to take the phone apart to put in the battery.
You were being too strong.
Yeah, because you have to take it apart delicately. When you need a new battery, I think you should just get a new phone.
So what did you do? This was your phone, and you was like, he said delicate, and you was like, and you bent it.
I mean, my hands are a little bit more delicate than that. As delicate as my hands are, I still broke it. So yes, it's easy to break.
Wow.
Yeah.
I actually had a lot of like typing issues also that I had to fix.
Yeah.
And I went to YouTube for that. So yeah, if I have something I have to do, I check YouTube out first, then calling an actual professional.
Now, the thing with YouTube, you got to sit and listen to them. And I like to read. They put people in different categories of how they like to learn. Some are visual, some are readers, and some are hands-on practical. I like to read first.
So you're not visual.
Visual isn't seeing it, like you see someone.
And then you can do it. That's not you?
No, I like to read, so I can get the understanding.
So we're two different type of learners, because I'm visual. And
like to
then
read.
hands-on reading is last.
That's why I don't really like going to YouTube. I like to look it up.
Oh,
step by step.
wow. That's
Mm.
interesting.
Yeah.
That's funny you say that because I'm actually visual. I'm visual,
Yeah.
then I read last.
Yeah, I'm
Mm.
reading last. I'm visual, hands-on, and then I'm reading last. Like instructions, I don't read the instructions step by step. I'll look at the picture and then from that picture, try to put it together.
Mm.
But you gonna read each and every
Mhm.
yeah,
I'ma read it.
yeah. It's
To me,
different.
it takes longer. I mean, it is good. There's like we did read some instructions on something. I read the entire instructions back and forth. I still didn't know what to do. So I had to go to
Right.
YouTube. Like,
Right. Like, okay, put part A with part C, D, and E. Like, no, let me just see to just look like the one and then put it together. I can't sit there and read everything. I just gotta throw out the instructions and look at the picture. And
Wow.
I'm good.
I like to know the names of the pieces and why it has to go there.
Wow.
hmm.
You,
Well,
Paulita?
me what? Am I visual or
No, the question
YouTube.
is, right, what have you gone to YouTube for, if
the
anything, to
question?
fix?
So it's funny that this topic came up because our garage, everyone has had so much snow. I don't know everyone, but I know we did in Ohio. You all had snow down there. So our garage decided it wanted to go down and pop back up, go down and pop back up. It just kept doing. I'm like, what are you doing this for? So we would close it and it would say, I'm going back up, close it, I'm going back up. So we did this for like 10 minutes. So I said, guess what? We're not going to break you. We're going to go to YouTube. So what I did before I went to YouTube, the garage doors on the bottom, they have 2 sensors.
Yeah,
So,
I know where you're going with this because they had this issue.
Mhm.
Really?
Mhm.
So, and I wonder if you all had the same one. So what I did was I cleaned off the sensors because the sensors have like a lens on there or something. So I just took without going to YouTube. So I just took this bag I had and I just cleaned the sensor off. And then I closed it. I was like, why is it still going up? It's not. So I kept trying it. So Donald was actually asleep because he just got off work. So I woke him up and I told him it was closing, going back up, all this stuff. So he came down and he looked at it and then he went outside and tried to clean the sensor too. That still didn't work. So he went to YouTube University. I did too. So we read that it has to be the sensors and you have to align both of these sensors together in order for one to read the other. So the green one will actually read the red sensor and they have to be all aligned in order for them to talk to each other. So we learned that from YouTube. So he played around with it, still went up and went down. So I said, take this wipey, like a little Windex wipey. I said, clean the sensor. We cleaned that bad boy. It's closing now.
It is just that simple.
So that's what it was. It
And
was
I'll tell you,
lens.
if you would have called the manufacturer, just for them to come out would have been $100. And
Yes.
just for them to wipe the lens themselves would have been an extra $600. I'm
Mhm.
exaggerating probably, but that's exactly how.
No, you're right.
people-
And
people
it's
do use.
snowing, so you're right.
Yeah.
$650.
Yeah, this is just like when we had to open up Deja's trunk. We had to look at YouTube to learn how to open up her trunk, and it was helpful. It was successful. We got her trunk open. So yeah, YouTube is definitely a good tool or platform to use for things that you can kind of do yourself, or something that's so simple and you never would have even thought of it, how simple it is, because companies have been charging us an arm and legs to do it. So
speaking about Deja's car, the car needs to be on and the doors need to be unlocked so you can open the trunk.
Didn't you
I feel
have
like
all
we did
that?
all of that.
Right.
I feel like we
thought
did
we
everything.
did.
We
I feel
turned
like
it
there
off,
should
turned it
be
on.
no reason to have a trunk unlocked to be that difficult. Like the manufacturers of that car need to rethink that.
Yeah,
It's way
that's
too difficult.
Yeah,
Like I just want to put my packages of groceries in the trunk and get home.
yeah, that was
That
a
was-
headache and very frustrating.
Right.
I would have done broke the glass open
Right.
just to try to get the trunk open. that's a horrible experience. I know not to get that car.
Right. For the
Never.
trunk alone.
Yeah.
Just boop boop, or even boop boop. Let me put my hand in here and open.
Yeah.
Those are
Push it. and-
right. There's so many easier ways to open a trunk.
You can't do that with this trunk. Yeah, it's just.
No.
And if you guys
was-
ever experience this type of car, leave it in the comments. What type of car do you think we talking about?
Yeah, what type
Leave
of
it in the
car are we talking
comments,
about?
because this car was a nightmare.
Right.
It was.
Good on gas. I get
But
that.
I mean, compared to just opening the trunk easier.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I've
You
never heard
put
of a
nothing
night.
in the trunk.
No.
When you think you can just put your foot under the truck sensor and it opens compared to what we had to go through.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But thank you all so much for tuning in and watching. Everyone who has tuned in, we definitely appreciate you all. And as always, like I said, remember, look into the comments. Write a comment. What type of car do you think we're talking about that is hard to open up the trunk? And I need to know some other cars, which I will not get. If it's other cars that I'm thinking of and y'all not thinking of, let me know so I can know not to get that car. But as always, remember to build brilliant, build bold, build a brother up, build a sister up.
Bye.
Bye, honeys. Happy birthday, Jaden.